Now, let's see. Can we get this? Ah, there we go. So, I guess we'll start it. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Bob Rock, and this is the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. Welcome once again to another episode of the show where we talk about anything and everything dealing with RC drifting around the world. Um, I have been on a little bit of a break from podcasting, but we are back since last week. We had a really good comeback episode, and yeah, I think it's definitely what we've been missing, and I think given the times that we're in now, I think it's definitely something that we are needing uh, around the world. So, what's been happening, guys? How was your week? How was your weekend? How goes the drifting? What are you guys up to? Um, Let us know what's going on. Let's see if I can get more people in here. Um, well, nobody's here now, so guess we'll just have to wait and see. Wait for a few people to come through, and then welcome person, whoever the viewer is. Welcome. Thank you for joining in to another episode of the B Rock RC Show. Just waiting for a few more people to come in, and then we can really get into things. But I think it's going to be a quiet Monday. I don't know if we're going to get any more people to come through. So what I can say is please share the live so people know that that I'm on, and it'll help, a little bit. What's up, Garrett? Thanks so much for joining in, bro. Really, really appreciate it. Um, yeah, but let's get more people in, man. Let's get share the live link if you can, please. It would really help a lot. Just to let people know that we are back, that I am back with the podcast, and the podcast is still going on. We still intend on finishing season 3, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Soon I'll get everything set up nicely, and then I'll be um, uh, podcasting the way I used to, and I think that's what everybody kind of looking for. So we'll make it work. Don't worry. So how have you guys been, Gareth? How have you been? What's been going on in the world of drifting on your side? How's your drifting going on? I'll tell you what I really miss on top of everything. It's actually doing the the track the track feature. I kind of miss that. I used to do that. I used to feature tracks from around the world. I really miss that part. And I used to learn a little bit of the language of the country that I'm from, of the track that I'm featuring. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm so eager to get back into that. I really miss that part, and there's so much more that I want to show you guys. I mean, there's so much more tracks that I want to feature and I want to talk about and just um, broadcast. So, hey Stefan, what's happening, man? Thanks so much for joining in. It says good thanks. Ian, you. No, I'm good. I'm good. Was it Sliders? Closes your. Oh yeah, yeah. Heard about that, man. Heard about that. Hope it all works out. Rob, nah. You're not late, dude. You're just on time. Yeah, I think a lot of tracks that were on carpet are slowly either making the change to p-tile or like a smooth polished or smooth painted concrete, and I think they're really excited about it. we've been on like polished and smooth painted concrete for like forever, so we quite used to it. Um, I'd say it's a lot more challenging than I won't say no, no. I think to say that it's more challenging than carpet would be um, slightly incorrect. I'd say it's different. It's very much different. I guess we were the first. I think we did the resin and not painted. Ah, okay. I see. Um, our concrete, my our track, my home track. Uh, yeah, you guys. If you guys were to come and drift at our that my home track, I think you guys will enjoy it. It's your suspension has to be on point there because the surface is not even, but uh, it's not. How can I put it? It's not so uneven that it disrupts your drifting. It's uneven just enough to see your suspension really work. So you got to have you got to build your suspension properly at our track. But it's a lot of fun though. Painted concrete tracks always, in my opinion, always a blast. Even if it's like super polished, like at EDC in Joburg, the Joburg track, that's a really high polished painted concrete surface, and it's beautiful to drift on. So getting into things, I just wanted to touch a little bit on some of the new products and the new things on the market, some new stuff that's upcoming, like Yokomo. How interesting that um, Yokomo is teasing us with a so-called new chassis. I think everyone's very interested to see, very curious now to see what do they mean. What do they actually mean by a new chassis? Do they mean like another YD2 series? Um, YD2 ZX R what? It's gonna be interesting. I tried to find out a little bit more about it, but there wasn't much, to be honest. So I really don't know what they have in store for us. I'm very much curious, and I hope it's something like completely new and not something under the YD series. Hey, what's up, Ricky? How you doing, man? Good to see you around. Let's see. Gareth says, I set you up with another tandem challenge, and seems you're just talky. I want to see some UK and EU boys get into it with Tech One Drift. Ah, there you go. Rob, are you talking about the barrel roll challenge? Oh no, sorry. I'm such a doofus. Yes, you just said another tandem challenge. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. The new Yokomo is teasing us with a new chassis. Interesting. I wonder what we're gonna see from them. Is it gonna be perhaps something with a belt drive? Is it gonna be another gear drive? Is it gonna be hey, what's up? What's up, Zunit? Good to see you, my man. Really appreciate it. So, for the guys that just joined us, if you didn't know, I'm your boy Bob Rock, and this is the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter, where we talk about anything and everything dealing with RC drifting around the world. Um, I am. This is a very old format of the way I used to do podcasting, and it's just temporary, but I want to get back into it. So, hence me just doing the podcast this way. Let's see. Rob says, I hope Yoko drops an FR chassis. Yeah, I mean that could be really interesting. Um, Wrap Up Next has been doing it for a while, and a few other manufacturers have done it. MST for one. So like Yokomo, what are you having us think about here? What are you hiding there? What what secrets are you withholding from us? I'm very, very curious. I hope they reveal more a little bit. Um, Perhaps they can, hype it up a little bit, like the way they did with the original, with the YD2 when they first launched it. It's going to be interesting. I'd have it if if one parts was more available to us. Rob, I've been wanting like an FRD forever, but I don't know. It's just a mission. Stefan, I could not think of something revolutionary. Um, yeah, no, I tend to agree with you on that, Stefan. I don't think it's going to be something absolutely uh, uh, revolutionary or absolutely extraordinary. Although I do think that they might have some some part in it that's gonna set it apart or make it different to what already there. Although that's very, very difficult because with all of the current manufacturers out there, they've done so much, so many different layouts that that really work, and so many this the conversion kits and all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. I mean, yeah, you got like, yeah, maybe like a fantasy front. Yeah, who knows? um will we see them returning to like a monoshock, I won't say returning, but will we see them do something like a monoshock kind of layout? Or will they go with the like an FRD style, like what Rob says, or maybe like a beast mode FXX? Yeah, yeah. But for the win, the beast mode FXX gonna be hot. I absolutely agree. It looks amazing. Assad, applause to you, my man. That beast mode FXX kit looks absolutely banging. It looks incredible, and I can't wait to see it in action, man. I know it's gonna be killer. Do we know who is doing the design now? I really don't know, man. I couldn't say. Um, yeah, I don't know who the guys behind Yoko are anymore. At least when the old team was there were a few faces. The factory drivers, like from Yokomo, were out and about, and you could get some hints from them. But at the moment, I don't know who's there. Can't see them doing an FR as well, as always a rear grip, so it'll be rear bias. Uh, yeah, look, there's a few things to consider, but there is also a possibility that they may go a completely different route. They might go completely opposite to the way we thinking and to the way um, Yokomo was headed, because it seemed like um, they almost ran out of ideas. But who knows? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. So it says, I want to know about the LSD you got. Any feedback? Well, to be honest, I had it in, and then I took it out. But there was a specific reason why I removed the LSD. That's because I needed to grease the internal gears, and also there's a bit of play uh, on the gear itself. So I actually need to shim it, and I need to get some of those gear protectors, and then it'll be okay, because it's going to be dangerous for me to run it as is. Um, I did do a small run like inside the house, and yeah, it felt different. It felt a little bit, just a slight bit heavier, uh, but I can't say for sure. I can't give a proper um, feedback on how it ran because I didn't run it in properly. Stefan says, but what was something mentioned about what it would be like a new chassis or series of bodies with 2022 library? Um, it was actually teasing a whole new chassis, but then just after they teased a new chassis, They also put out pictures of a prototype for a GT racing chassis. So it, I don't know whether that was done intentionally or unintentionally, or whether the idea is that they're going to produce like a racing chassis and a drift chassis. Um, but now that you mention it, it makes me wonder if some of the things that they're testing in the racing chassis may be used um, in the drift chassis. So uh, I guess we just gotta wait and see. Um, oh, I think a series of bodies with 2022 library will be so awesome. It'll be absolutely incredible. I think uh, with the bodies that they produced at the moment, or reproduced at the moment, I think everybody really enjoys it. I know I like the new Supra. Um, some of the points on the body though were a bit questionable, because they ended up getting like paper thin, so the consistency of the thickness of the Lexan was came into question there. But overall, nice details, solid body. Um, the quality overall, I'd say the quality was good. Yeah, I think some new, I wish they could get the license again to produce some of their older bodies, because that would be so sick. Rob says, random question: how many products and what projects are made in USA for 1 in 10 rear-wheel drive drift? That, sir, is a very, very good question. As far as I know, at currently, we'd say there's not much. I'd say there's some guys doing liveries. There's some guys doing accessories, so small little niche accessories and regular accessories. Although not a hell of a lot are doing the regular accessories. So a couple guys are doing the niche stuff. Um, and yeah, that's about it. I think closest to getting something out of the US would have to be Super G. When they had a design going for a drift chassis, but I think we all know what happened there. Um, yeah, Stefan says rare arts. Yeah, I think with the rare arts, they were doing some nice. They were doing some good stuff. Some merch, some accessories, and then they started producing some upgrade parts. But yeah, unfortunately, they're not in the game anymore. So that's what I was just saying. Like currently, Ricky says, I feel it may be more based on drivers, like the new brass stuff for lightweight. Um, hmm. At this point, I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything, really. Uh, I don't think it will have the level of adjustability as what we see in the conversion kits. I don't think they're gonna invest that amount of time in doing that. But it could be a whole new layout. I kind of hope it is. I kind of hope that it's something completely new from Yokomo. Um, given that they've kind of exhausted the whole YD2 series and the whole YD2 thing, so I think they should, and hopefully that's what they're doing. Is it moving away from the YD2, and maybe perhaps incorporate some of the best features of the YD2, and then take it from there. So let's see what happens. Didn't see the post. Was it on FB or Instagram? It was actually on Twitter. Somebody took a screenshot of one of the Twitter posts and posted it on the worldwide group. So that's how I also came to know about it. Um, so yeah, that was Yokomo teasing us with a new chassis. And then I'm sure you guys would have come across this team out of Vietnam called B&D Racing, Band Racing, and their whole series of chassis and upgrades and a whole lot of stuff that they designing and putting the designs out there, and then messing around with colors and things. Some interesting looking stuff there. Conversion kits for YD2 for the MST, and then also their own chassis, the VN01. And I believe that they're producing an update to that chassis. So I don't know how people feel about it. I mean, I did see some of the videos that they produced, running the car, and it looks very interesting. It looks like it can handle quite nicely. It has a huge amount of adjustability, which is insane. I haven't seen the only other uh, a conversion kit I've seen with that amount of adjustability has to be the Team Jordan Beast Mode chassis. So, um, but I haven't seen a lot of it out there. So we'll see. Hey Dirk, what's happening, man? Thank you for joining in. Really, really appreciate it. For all those that have just joined in, it's me, Bob Rock, and this is the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. This is season 3, episode 4, and we are back and keeping it going. Uh, I think some of the so we're talking about band racing and their products that they're producing. I think some of the things I really like the magnet mounts, for example. I think it's really cool. It has a wide range of adjustability for all different types of bodies you have. I think it's really really cool. What's up, Daniel? What's up, man? That's my main homie from the Komodi clan, or should I say the Kamodi family, because that's how we are there. We like a family at Kamodi, and it's nice to see Daniel again. Daniel is he's a genius when it comes to RC, an absolute genius. And I'm sure anybody and everybody that knows Daniel would agree with me when I say that he is an absolute genius. And Daniel, I have a question on behalf of everybody, of all the viewers that's here and everybody around the world. We all want to know, when is Daniel producing a Kamua D drift chassis? Something that is your own creation, because we all know that you can do it. We all know that you can do it. We all know that you are doing it. So what we all want to know is, when are you producing the the Daniel Christoph drift chassis? I would totally rock that chassis all day, every day. Dennis says, what I've seen from BND looked good on first glance. Um, yeah, so it goes back to what I was saying as well. I mean, it looks. I kind of like some of the things there, but we really gotta see it firsthand to get to know the quality and how it performs, how it holds up, whether like its usage. If we the what happens if we crash, the stuff breaks up all over the place. I mean, it's like what happened with the D4 with the three races Sakura D4. At first, it looked very interesting, and then when we got it, we were like, oh my god. Hey Sandra, hey Wolf, thanks for joining in, guys. Really, really appreciate it. I love all the support. Seeing you guys back again, it's so awesome. But the stuff I had in hand was really cheap, manufactured with cheap material. There we go. Okay, so we have some first-hand feedback from Daniel regarding B and D. Um, at the same time, though, what I would say is, um, we're not trying to uh, and this is something I've learned from Daniel, is that when he gives advice, it's not to put you off your intention, but it's really to advise you that and give you that full the full disclosure that you know what, if you're going to go this direction, this is what you're looking for, this is what you're going to find, but be warned. So you know that's something I think for the guys that's looking to looking at the BND stuff, just keep an eye out on the quality of the materials. So Rob says, I will tell my Skyline to fund the Komoa DV1 project. Oh man, I totally agree with you, Rob. I think it's time Daniel produced the Komoa D version one. I totally agree. I'm so on that as well. Yeah, we can crowdfund that thing, man, and do it. Daniel is definitely the man to get it done. Yeah, so that was B&D Racing. So keep an eye out for that. Check the quality and decide for yourself. Um, let's see. Bertol was building a B&D and sold it more or less immediately. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't tell me this is like another Oriolai. Oriolai chassis. Please don't tell me it's something like that. Or like a D4. Jeez, I know. I remember one story, and perhaps Cisco can confirm whether the story is true or not. So back in the day when the D4 was like just in or just came in, and things started changing in terms of rear wheel drive. So he managed to get his hands on the D4, and he put it together, and then he started drifting it, and he got so frustrated with it. He's just like, dude, please. He threw it one side and he was like, just take this thing away from it. Whoever wants it, just take it. So please don't tell me it's something like that. It would be an absolute shame if you know if that's the actual case, because I think it looks good, but I think we all can agree if something looks good but uh, it's made from subpar material, then you're actually wasting the time. Which leads me to Oriela as well, because I've heard some scary stories from them too. But who knows, man? I don't know. Maybe it's just one random mishap. Who knows? Now, now, next manufacturer, next new stuff I wanted to talk about is a good friend of mine. And when I talk about it, I'm talking about it objectively, even though he is a friend. It's Assad coming through with Assad from Team Jordan coming through with the latest conversion kit from his stable, which is the Beast Mode conversion kit for the MST FXX. And this thing looks amazing, amazing. It has the high motor mount, uh, high motor mount chassis, very much reminiscent of an FRD, almost a Kenbro conversion kit, that kind of idea. And it just looks amazing. I've seen the some of the images, the initial images already, and looking forward to seeing the final produced product. If you know anything about Team Jordan and his products, then you guys will know that um, his stuff is really good. He produces a quality chassis using quality materials, and they all work together so nicely, and it's really good. So I think one of the people that can definitely attest to this would be young Clooney, aka Rich. If you guys don't know him, he's from the 420 drift, uh, yeah, 420 drift circuit or 420 drift. But anyway, young Clooney, go check him out on Facebook and just get his opinion. I know he's really put the beast mode chassis through its paces, and from speaking to him at length about it and from watching all the videos, man, that beast mode is really a beast mode. Okay, back to the comments. Wolf says, but the first Aureolite SFR was a great car, front motor CS chassis. Uh, yeah, I've heard that the first chassis were really good. Um, so I did ask the main man behind Aureolite, asked him a few questions about it and what was his thinking and his approach to producing this E30 chassis of his. And I think it's commendable. And I can understand where he came from. He said he wanted to produce a drive chassis that's easy to drive, but also is very cost effective so that newcomers and newbies wanting to come into drifting will have a great rear-wheel drive chassis that's easy to work with. And look, I think we can all agree that the sentiment is really good and the intention was really good. But what what came out of it didn't match up with the good intentions. Uh, so hopefully in the next bunch or that he's producing, I hope that it's going to be a little better than what we've been seeing. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to chat about was Pandora. I see Pandora ramping up their things as well, producing some new accessories. Oh, sorry. Coming out with some new accessories there, some new ducts. Uh, yes, and and also they released a new body, which was the Skyline HT 2000 GT, aka the Hakusuka. So I think that's going to be very very cool. I'm still waiting to see the MST, the MST E30 wide body. I already have a number of people here in SA that want the body, and also somebody that wants me to do a replica of a car that we saw recently at a car show. So I'm actually kind of excited to do that one because the body I like it. I like the MST body. It's looking really really good. So yeah, that's about it. I think for for not for today, but in terms of new stuff, yeah, that's what I've been seeing at the moment. Now for us here around the world, um, I see some interesting stuff happening out in the US. I'm really happy to see the number of competitions that's happening out there in the US. Um, and as mentioned last week, I was very honored to have gotten an invite to the finals at Super G. Unfortunately, I just can't get the finances together to attend uh, that comp. But you never know what happens in the future. Maybe things will work out, and then I'll be able to come out there and meet all you guys in the US, and check all my friends out in the US. It'll be cool. But yeah, I think the guys out in the US are doing some brilliant stuff. Um yeah, there's so many of you guys doing competitions there. I think it's really cool because comps, although not everybody enjoys comps, but one of the things that I did find that competitions help is to raise the bar of RC drifting. So it really helps you to pick up your skill level. Um, and I think that can be said for any sport or hobby. The moment you introduce some sort of competitiveness amongst all of the people that are involved, um, then it pushes you to be better and try out new things and investigate and invest and do better and the need to do better. Uh, but what I like about RC drifting is that although things get competitive, you'll still have your your rival. You're going up with your rival, but yet both of you guys coming together to help each other, either uh, checking out a setup or lending parts or equipment or whatever it is. And that's what I love about RC drifting. You can be absolute rivals and yet still help each other, go up in the finals, win or lose, and you're still buddies again. I think that has to be the best part about RC drifting. um, Out in Europe, I see you guys are getting slowly getting back into things. There's the Clash of the Titans comp that's apparently still back on. I'm saddened to see that the UK uh, uh, drift competition is off. First, it was on, then it was postponed, then it went off, then thought it was coming back, and then finally it's done. I'm sad to see that. I don't know why. I don't know the details behind it, but I really hope that you guys can get things going and get back in it. Because we need that kind of thing, especially in the UK. You know, we have so many talented RC drifters out in the UK, and for those kinds of people and for anybody that enjoys competition, we need competitions to help keep us going, if you know what I mean. uh let's see. Rob says 836 meet illegal child labor. Oh, Rob is a hoot, I tell you. Rob makes me laugh. Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about competitions in the UK. I think you guys need to get back in it and just ramp it up a little bit. The whole notion about, oh no, we just want to drift socially and casually, and you don't want to you don't wanna, you just want to be social about drifting. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But where where's the accommodation for people that do want to compete and not necessarily compete for a trophy or position or even or maybe you just want to compete for bragging rights, say that I'm the best in the UK. You can't The guys can't be so blasé about it, and they want to just do socially only and not give a damn about competitions. No, you need competitions to raise the skill level of RC drifters. Um, so I hope the guys they can pick it up again. Also, with that being said, I saw that uh, a few tracks it's still closed down in the UK, which is sad. And I hope that somebody picks it up again. And then there's a few guys who are still keeping it going, but changing up the track, which is really, really good. I think change is good, and keep it going, man. I'm, I'm rooting for you guys. I'm supporting you guys. As soon as I get set up again, I want to feature all you guys' tracks, NRD and Rat Trap and Slide House and uh, whichever other tracks are there. Please let me know so that I can prepare myself in the meantime. Then I'm sure you guys know about Cross Games, and is run by Yeda Drift Shop. So it has been put off for a while, but I heard recently that Cross Games may make a comeback. I believe that they're still planning with everything, but yeah, Cross Games looks like it may make a comeback, and I believe that they are trying to get the Wild Overdose team there to Cross Games, and I'm sure you guys know that they've always supported Cross Games. So yeah, if it does happen, you should definitely, guys, you should get yourselves over there. Also, um, Clash of the Titans, if you can get over there. I think it's in Germany. I'm not too sure. Uh, Please correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think it's happening in Germany. Then, guys in Netherlands, Tory Circuit, please don't let it close. Please go and support the track, visit the track. I think it's like the only track in Netherlands. So please, if you can, get yourselves out there to Tory Circuit, make it regular, and don't let Tory Circuit close. If that circuit closes, I fear that it may spell the end. It may spell the end for drifting in Netherlands. So please, I'm asking you, I'm asking you guys, please don't let Tory Circuit close. Wolf says correct. It will be on a toy fair. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's the right kind of place that it needs to be held. So I'll definitely be looking forward to that. And if there's gonna be a live, I'll definitely be watching. Um, yeah, so that's out in the UK and Europe, and in Japan. Of course, you guys know they always keeping it going. There's so many events and competitions going on, so I think it's very cool. Um, there was a recent one at Tsukuba Raceway that's at Yokomo head office. Then Team RevD are always having events. Then there's the Valino Cup. There's RCDC. There's this drift dance comp that they had recently as well. There's so many events there. They are so lucky that they have so many events. Uh, and then here, out here in SA, well, it's a little bit more quiet than I like, and I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a rant here. So, in Joburg at EDC, so that's where Vivian, Richard, and all those guys who they're all based there. So they have a really nice calendar which they keep going, and I believe on Saturday is their next round of competitions. So that's gonna be very good. The competition is really stiff there. There's some super talented drifters out there that's also giving Vivian and the other guys a hard time. So definitely some guys to look out for, and I'd love to get involved there, but it's a little bit more tricky, which I'll explain in a bit. Here in my town, I'm having like the roughest time trying to get things going, and uh, the track, although I love the track, it needs a bit of work. So I'm trying to plan an event to raise some money so that we can refurbish the track and get it all cleaned up and good looking again. So it's taken a bit of planning, but hopefully I can get that going. Then down in Cape Town, Cape Town had one of the best drifting scenes, uh, but unfortunately, once COVID hit, the the warehouse that the track was hosted at had to close. So unfortunately, that meant that they lost their track. However, I'm very happy to say that they are on track with building a complete new drift track, which hopefully will be ready soon so that we can all go and visit. So good luck to you guys down in Cape Town building your new track. I wish you guys all the best, and I can't wait for it to be finished so I can come and visit and drift. So about that rant, yeah, um, very frustrated with drifting at the moment in Durban. Very frustrated. Uh, I feel like I'm the only one that's trying to make an effort into keeping RC drifting going. It may be fair, it may be an unfair thing to say that, but right now it just feels uh, like I'm the only one trying to do something. Um, but I completely understand where the other guys are. I think life has become quite difficult here in SA with the rising fuel prices and taxes um, and very very bad service delivery, and then we have massive interruptions with the basic services like water and electricity. We have something called load shedding. Do you guys even know what's load shedding? If you don't know what's load shedding, ask me. Just ask me, and I will tell you. So, yeah, it's so. Besides all of that, yeah, it's just very frustrating. And with that, the guys that I usually drift with can't drift anymore because they are also tied up with work and life and everything. So I'm at a very very frustrated point uh, with drifting in Durban at the moment. I'm trying I'm trying to get something going, so hopefully it works out. I thought of a couple new ideas, so I'm gonna just put it into action and see what comes of it. Um, right before COVID hit, though, I had planned a nationwide drift tour where I was going to visit the other drift tracks in Cape Town and Joburg. But of course, we know how the world went upside down from that time. So the idea is next year, uh, mm, I will try and do a tour. So go into EDC, go to Cape Town if the track is ready, but we'll see. So just hit one of the compounds there and get it going. So I think for me at the moment, that's probably the best thing to do to keep me on par with the rest of the guys, and then also just to improve my own drifting. It's just drift in a completely new environment with new guys, and just take it from there and see how I compare, how I fare with them. So yeah, man, that's the thing. Very very frustrated with a whole bunch of things. So, but I'm trying to keep it together. However, I would keep you guys informed about what's going on, and then maybe you guys will have some ideas on how I can improve on that. So, guys, I think that's it for today's episode of the B Rock RC Show. Oh, hello, do stuffs. You're scared and it shows. Don't worry about the dark times. The drama from the past. Lemons, make some lemonade with us and win some free shit. Yeah, but I'd love to do that, but I can't do any tandem videos because I don't have anybody to tandem with. So what do I do? Maybe I must tie another car to my car and then drive. But yeah, man, Rob, thank you for the vote of confidence, and I really really do appreciate it. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in. That's it for today's episode of the B Rock RC Show, a live podcast for the drifters by a drifter. Thank you once again to everybody that joined in to my show and showing your participation and your love and your support. We got a few solo stuck at home challenges. Sweet. Oh, that is awesome, dude. I am so on it. I'm so on it. Thank you so much. I gotta give a shout out to Rob and Do Stuffs for putting out the Do Stuffs challenge. If you haven't seen it already, please click on Do Stuffs. Go check out the page. Check out the challenges. It's really fun. It's bringing fun back into RC drifting, and I think everybody should join in because it really is a huge amount of fun. So go check it out. Big shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll be back next week, same time, same place. Um, Probably the same format, but yeah. So we shall see. And hopefully next week I bring you more new stuff, more news from around the world, uh, and it will be better next week. So until then, take care, be safe, and don't stop drifting. And remember, local is lekker. Support your local hobby shops, your local drift tracks. Make sure they don't die down, and just enjoy, man. Just enjoy. So take care, guys. To see you next week. Peace.